decent advantage in a puck versus puck. How do they get the kills though? Because they can just dodge each other's orbs.
No, he tried to phase shift it, but it does. Sometimes it doesn't actually last long enough for you to dodge it. Like even you like have to time it exactly perfectly in order to dodge an orb.
Oh, okay then. So I guess that makes it kind of interesting. And if you get the silence,
the silence is like so important on this. I would recommend like getting level 2 silence at this point.
But the
because
cooldown difference is big enough that I think that it warrants getting the orb.
if you can't if he can't orb, like if he orbs and then phase shift and then you silence him before he can TP away, he's dead. Right, so I think that's like really important in this matchup, and you can abuse
but
the
with
fact.
the orb, you can cast it from anywhere, whereas like the nuke, you have to get really close to silence, and as well as the fact that it's got a longer cooldown. I think it's like 2 seconds longer. The
Yeah,
silence versus the orb.
it's. I think it's more than 2 seconds longer. It's 4 seconds longer at this point, but
that's pretty significant.
You use orb a lot more, but if you really want to go for the kill, it's better. And orb doesn't actually scale well with it just does more damage, but Rift does more damage and silence. So it depends on what your goal is. If you're just trying to out CS, like it looks like Mushi is trying to do right now, perhaps it may be better. So Mushi is ahead in terms of last hits right now. I can't actually. Oh, actually, Mushi is almost level 5, then he's almost level 5 too. So these 4 to 9 difference not actually making a big deal at all. 4-minute rune will spawn soon, and it looks like both of them have their bottles, but Dendy's is still in his stash, unfortunately.
Yeah, and it looks like Mushi's also using his phase shift like every opportunity he gets.
Oh, there's the rune, and there's a haste.
He's gonna get a haste rune.
He won't be able to ball it though, so not a big deal for him. I think it is a really big deal that he did deny it to Mushi though, or did deny it from Mushi.
Yeah, if Mushi were able to get that, then he'd have quite a big advantage mid, as he already does. I mean, it's 15-3, but Dendy, what he's really known for is the ability to deny. He really favors it. It gives you a level advantage, and you get the uphill most of the time as well when you're denying like this.
Well, yep, he does have the uphill advantage right now. Still very even though. Who do you favor? Like, if before going to this match, would you favor Dendy over Mushi in this particular matchup?
Honestly, on a land setting, I might favor Mushi, just because I think one-on-one, just pure one-on-one, is like a mechanic.
Yeah, I think Dendy plays puck a lot more than Mushi plays puck though.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
that
think
is true.
I think it is quite a skill-based matchup.
Try clicking on a creep and waiting for it to die.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. Oh, wow.
wow.
Hey, I know how to fix it now. That's very useful information. Thanks, LD.
That was chat, not me.
Thanks, LD, for checking chat. And
Thanks,
thanks,
chat.
chat. So Dendy's out of region right now. Both of them looks like they're bottle crowing. Another minute till the rune spawns. Nothing particularly exciting thus far. Both of them just trying to CS, gain an XP advantage, harass with orbs. Oh, Dendy orbs in. He gets a couple of right clicks on Mushi. He uses the orb, but looks like he's going to coil out. And why wasn't silence used? I think he could have silenced and prevented him from.
I don't think
out.
you. Maybe actually, if he could have timed it properly, I think he might have been able to get the kill there. But Mushi does have 2 stick charges, and I don't know if Dendy was willing to dive into the tower like that.
So he expends all of his mana at a kill attempt at Mushi, and Mushi will have his ultimate up, and he will have almost full HP and mana after bottling this. So I think Mushi's doing like slightly better in the war of attrition, but Denny's doing a much better job of putting out pressure and getting those denies that you talked about.
And that's what I'm talking about. When you hit the level 6 beforehand, that's what the denies count for. And in any other matchup, unless it's like Shadow Fiend on Shadow Fiend, that usually leads to the kill. But in a puck-on-puck one, it's a little bit more difficult. And Dendy gonna use his orb to just go for the rune, and he's been doing this constantly. But this time the rune isn't there. Although Mushi checks wrong, but he does have the ultimate. Is he gonna be able to catch Dendy out? But he's too far away. No.
Oh, there's a coil out. Dendy gets stunned, and he's 1 more hit away. Oh, he gets the first blood before he can orb out. Wow. I'm very surprised that went off. I think he could have
The ultimate was like at the edge too.
Yeah, that was a very nice coil by Mushi. A little bit. Wow. I mean, Mushi gets first blood on Dendy, even though Dendy was ahead by 6 denies at this point. So well played by Mushi. I don't think the orb was completely up the hill. I think that's what Dendy was waiting for. He like shot his orb. I can't draw right now because I'm not actually in the game, but he shot his orb this way and Mushi shot his orb this way. He was trying to wait until he was up the hill to flee Mushi safely, but he waited just like a split second too long, was unable to jaunt. But then he's still in this, even though he got first blood. But Mushi has a regeneration rune now. Things are looking pretty bad for Dendy.
Yeah, in a situation like this where you want to just spam orbs and you know you're gonna tank some orbs, a regen rune is huge. Although the full combo still should be able to kill, so Dendy's not completely out of this by any means.
Yes, and
He still got like such a significant deny lead.
Yeah, the experience is actually not that big of a deal. Like Mushi is like 8 and probably like a 5th after this, and Dendy is like 2/3 of the way into 7 right now. So he's not that far behind even after giving up first blood. I expected the deficit to be slightly more. And both of them trading ores. Mushi will get hit, Dendy will not. And there are Tranquil Boots up on Mushi, though. So, I mean, he has a regen, he has 7 Magic Chargers, and he has Tranquil Boots. Things are looking pretty bad for Dendi. His ultimate is up right now. I think he could potentially go for a kill attempt. There is the ward uphill now, and I expect the regen rune to be used at any time unless he wants to spam a little bit more. So, 15 seconds until our next rune spawns. I think if he gets like Invis, Dendi's just dead.
Yeah, and Dendi has to be. I mean, Mushi has to be a little bit concerned though because he still hasn't popped.
Is Dendi gonna go for a kill at this point? Oh, it looks like he's Mushi's playing
Mushi's
safe.
actually gonna force him back. But now he pops it, and most of it's actually gone.
Oh, he
And
misses
wastes
the
the
silence, though.
too.
Dendy still has his, and he has 10 Magic Stick charges, though. He should be okay if he pops it. He phases it, and is he baiting Dendi?
I think
oh
he's
my
actually
goodness.
baiting him in the tower.
Dendi had enough mana to orb out had he used his magic wand. Looks like Mushi will get another rune, though. He's getting really lucky with these runes, but that's when the Observer Wars really pay off for him. So in terms of CS, Dendi is actually only 1 last hit behind, only 8 denies behind, and he was only like 6 denies behind when he gave up first blood.
I think he had to go for it there because if he let the regen just pop off to full HP, he wouldn't have been able to trade anymore.
Oh, there's an orb. The orb narrowly misses. I think he tried to latch him on with a Dream Coil, hoping that it would hit, but he still would have had probably 25 HP after. Dendi faced just an auto attack, and it looks like he's going to have to wait until another Bottle Crow to play any sort of show any sort of signs of aggression on Mushi. And Mushi has his upward hill. He may potentially kill him. If Dendi walks into silence range, he's dead.
Yeah, and he's got a DD rune as well, which hopefully Mushi this time doesn't miss out on. If he
Mushi is known to do
that.
that. So Mushi is 1 kill away from stealing these. I don't actually know what the matchups are, but third one will be SF if it goes to third one. Second game, I am not sure, but we have been usually Dota 2 tweets what the matches are, although occasionally they do tweet it wrong. We expected a Miranda matchup. It actually ended up being a Windrunner, so take that with a grain of salt at times.
Maybe they just misheard it.
Yeah, that could have been it. Someone shooting arrows.
Yeah, they're like,
There's only
oh,
so many heroes.
It's the arrow girl.
Could be a Drow Ranger.
I mean, but they
Oh,
didn't.
there's another orb that flies out. Dendi will not get hit. Circles around the tower to the left side, and we see this courier falling around.
Oh!
Oh!
Dendi's orb is up, and he's actually going to go for it. There's a DD rune still on
Their
Mushi.
magic stick hasn't popped, and Dendi, he's trying to trade hits with the DD, and
Oh, does he get the uphill?
what happened there? Oh my goodness.
Oh, man, that's so unlucky by Mushi.
Oh,
But he gets the
he-
courier, and he's stuck in... Oh, he misclicked on the courier, but Mushi still...
Wow,
looks like
that
he's still
DD.
going to get him.
And that's
There's
second
the
kill. Wow, Mushi outplayed Dendi. 2-0, 10-minute matchup. CS, not that big of a favor for Mushi, but Mushi just playing very aggressively. I don't actually know why Dendi was playing so aggressively against a DD. You never want to just go all on out, 100 HP to 100 HP, full-on man fight against when they have DD and you
Yeah,
don't.
and he misclicks it, and he pegs the courier with his right click, but still able to
Mm-hmm.
just chase him down, and there's the kill.
Yeah.
Mushi just with the outstanding play. I think Dendi...
Did he need a jaunt to that orb, though? I don't think he needed
so,
to.
no.
Yeah, that was...
Oh, the game is up. Let's
Okay.
hopefully not miss
Let's
this
join
one.
this one.
But the crazy thing about that game was, I mean, Dendi, I thought when we jumped into the game, he was behind in last hits, but he was so far ahead in denies.
Mm-hmm.
Just going for that pivotal level 6, I'll get the coil off first, and hopefully I can kill you. And that's what Dendi, I think, really, really excels at. More than anything. He's
Yeah, I
one of
don't
those
think the
players
coil's
denies
that
so
big
well.
of a deal, though, because you can, if they come up, you can get the silence off in time
Yeah.
before they come up. That's like kind of a timing thing. You can potentially phase shift it, and you can just orb out of it, and you'll be stunned out of range, so you're not in that big of a danger. So, I mean, it is a big deal. Dendi like try to use it for a kill, but Mushi playing very safely, I guess, for once. He had his bottle charge,
Yeah.
And the wand charges too saved up. So. Well, this time we will be able to sit inside the game, and this
now it's
lineup will be
Windrunner.
Windrunner.
Okay, so we've got
This is
another
another exciting
Windrunner
one.
versus Windrunner. I think Dendi picked the puck, thinking, I mean, because that's one of his signature
Yeah,
heroes.
and Mushi doesn't play it. You have to take your
Yeah.
opponent into
And
consideration.
Windrunner was what Mushi picked, I believe, last time. So
Mm.
I assume that this was his pick. So we've got Dendi versus Mushi, and pretty contrasting playstyles. I mean, I think Mushi is the less aggressive player in some ways, and he just tries to go
He
for the
is?
last hits. Well,
I
like
don't-
in a different way.
They're both aggressive.
But I think Dendi's a little more aggressive, and he's a lot more aggressive about denying.
Mm.
Whereas Mushi kind of focuses more on just getting the last hit for the creep kill
Mm.
and getting the money advantage and beating you down that way.
Well, we'll be right back in just a second for game 2.
oh, actually, the game's
Oh,
actually
game's
just
about to start.
starting right
Okay, just kidding. Well, it's game 2. It's Dendi on Dire this time versus Mushi on the Radiants. And this is round 2 of the solo championship series for TI3. And we already had 4 people get eliminated, and 1 person may get eliminated after this game.
Yeah, we talked about how the Dire has a slight advantage because the trees are so close to you on the Radiant side, right?
Right.
It's a lot easier to get shackled when you're right next to your tower on the right side.
Mhm.
But, and also actually on the left as well. Like whereas it seems like you have a little more
Yeah.
space to play around
I've
with.
seen some Windrunners, they just like straight up go to the lane before the creep spawn and knock down the trees so that you can't get shackled to it.
Oh really?
Which
That's
is not a bad
pretty
idea at all. And you have the time to do it.
Yeah.
Well,
You have to like preemptively do that though. Like
yeah.
you have to like
you
consciously save
have to,
yourself.
you have to
you
know.
have to time that out.
So it's not all about like CS and attrition. It's a lot about if you can hit those shackle shots and the power shots to follow up. And I think a lot of it has to do with like the levels like 1 through 3 phase. If you can get level 2 before them and get yourself in a position that you can zone them out up the hill, then you have a huge advantage.
Do you think we'll get another game like we did last time where it was like a 3-minute matchup?
I don't. I mean, I think so because these players are like very aggressive, but at the same time they're like somewhat calculated too. So I don't see either of them giving a first blood in the first minute, but it could very well be a very early game. And both of them have a lot of regen. We see Dendy go for the Tango Salve and the +5 all stats build. And
He's
we see
actually
+5
checking the
also.
rune, I think, with his Weasel.
Yep, it's a smart thing to do unless they scout it out.
Unless
I know.
unless Mushi knows this is
So
coming, but it
neither of
doesn't look
them
like he
neither
is.
of them have skills at this point. I think that generally you would prefer level 1 win run. I think that you can pretty much mitigate 2 last hits, which is like power shot.
I think
damage.
you should actually get power shots so you can CS and you make it so that the
I
other
think
person can't deny.
I guess it depends. If you have uphill advantage, I would recommend it because you can just right click, and if you want to dive them, you can. I guess you should just wait to skill.
Yeah.
is probably the best.
I think
choice.
last time though when we saw Xiaowei versus Mushi, we both saw them pick up
power shot.
the power shot.
Yeah.
So I'm a bigger fan of that. But Mushi not altering his build at all. We see him do this last time too. The 2 salve and the mass stats. The way that you want to play this is get into a right click fight, and as soon as the creeps are on your side of the river, you just go onto his hill, and then you right click trade with him, and that's what this build is really strong at.
Yeah.
Because you have 2 salves.
Well, we've seen some 2 salve matchups in like Queen of Pain versus TA. All you do is just like play hyper aggressively on a TA. You burn a flask and then you play hyper aggressively again in case they have 1 flask, and then TA can't do anything. And we could see something similar to this, but both of them have sufficient regen.
Oh, and Mushi is gonna mess up his block early. Just lets one
Yeah.
creep through, and this is actually gonna be a fairly big deal in the 1-on-1 matchup as we see it.
He does have +1 all stats though. He has +6 all stats, and Dendy only has +5. That 1 damage.
But that's
And
like
19
a 1
HP.
advantage. So able to trade Dendy a little more efficiently because he's got the uphill, and both of them. Well, actually, Dendy.
But
got
Dendy's
power
pushing
shot
out
first.
his lane slightly more though. Yeah. It's just a tiny bit though, and Dendy really using the uphill right now, and looks like CS is in favor of Mushi yet again. So Mushi almost always comes out ahead in CS in the first couple minutes of the game though, and this is the trend that we've been seeing. And sometimes he just throws away an advantage, but almost always he's ahead on CS. So no difference here. 4-2 for Mushi. He already pops his salve, 1 of his salves though, and Dendy's only forced to use 1 Tango. So I guess Mushi is slightly losing the war of attrition, but gaining a lot of CS in the process.
Yeah.
And he's still playing very
And
aggressive,
that's
even
just
though
the
he has
down-
downhill.
That's the downhill
Yeah, this is
disadvantage.
ridiculous.
If it was like in the middle of the lane and he was trading like this, he'd be okay. And he actually misses the power shot on the creep, and Dendy's gonna get that deny as well.
Oh,
but
there's a flask.
when you're downhill like this, you can't really trade efficiently right click wise.
He is very even on CS though, and I say very even on regen too. So Mushi is handling this downhill disadvantage much better than I anticipated him to. Will Dendy be able to knock off a salve if Mushi uses it? If he does that, that's a big deal because he won't be able to rush his bottle, and that'll just hinder him.
And the creep should
lot.
center out pretty quickly just because the creeps have been pushed to the tower. I think Dendy knows where the rune is, right? And I think Mushi actually just checked right now too. So
Yep.
now he's on the high ground.
So
he realizes
if
he has
Dendy
the
gets a
stats
haste
advantage.
rune, I think that this could be very, very early first blood. And Mushi does the power shot. Mushi smartly going up the hill, not sitting downhill like we saw him earlier. And the wave will finally be on his side, and it looks like he tries to fake out this last hit, and Mushi will eventually get it. But Dendy will get the rune. He does not have enough bottle. Just 1 CS away. Had he been able to bottle that, he would have had a huge advantage, but it's still very, very even at this point. Mushi slightly edging out in CS, and it looks like his bottle will come out right
I don't
now.
know if this is worth it for him to get the haste rune to miss all this.
I don't think so.
experience.
If he had a bottle, I would say definitely so, but
Yeah.
without it, I don't think so.
Dendy was prepping for that haste rune for quite a while, though. I mean, if you looked at the way he was positioned, he was always a little lower than Mushi was, and every time Mushi took a step down, Dendy just matched him like a little bit further down. So if Mushi decided to go for the rune, Dendy would always get it first. Plus,
But Dendy is slightly behind the levels right now. I believe that Windrunner is 4. They're actually like just dead even after that last creep died.
yeah.
And there's the bottle comes out, and I believe he got the rune after the 2-minute mark, so no 2-minute rune will spawn. Both of them trade power shots. Mushi will dodge Dendy's, though. Oh, is he going to go for the chicken kill? I think he could probably one run into it, but that's probably unnecessary risk.
Yeah. I mean, he has to know that he's slightly ahead at this point, even though it's like the most minimal thing in the world.
Well, and he like chose to completely use his bottle as soon as he got it. Dendy actually just uses his bottle and is like forced to bottle crow, so slightly less efficient in that. And he just uses courier boost though, so being very efficient in that manner.
Yeah, Mushi, he's finally he's got a 1 CS lead, so nothing too big here, and the experience is like 1 creep, I think, because the one that Dendy missed when he went to go check the rune. So nothing lost too much.
And there is the bottle coming out. Captain Bamboo is not a flying courier yet, though. Mushi actually has his magic stick, not his magic wand yet, and he's forced to drop a branch on the ground. I expect him to pick that up pretty soon, but I think Boots is actually pretty important in this matchup as well. Mushi going uphill. Dendy forced to use one run and retreat, and looks like just a trading of cooldowns right there. And I mean, Mushi did get one hit on him though.
He got 1 extra right click, so.
And pushing out the wave right before the 4 minute, and the rune is not top. I don't think that Mushi knows that just yet, though. Is he going to go for a kill right now? He could go for a shackle potentially, but this tree is down right now. I think that would have been pretty key if that had still been
doing
up.
the smart thing, though, power shotting preemptively, pushing out the wave, and he's got to know that the rune is bottom first. And
is Dendy going to get it, though?
Dendy's positioning is a little bit better for the rune, and he has to know that
what is
that
it?
it's in his
It is
favor,
an invis rune.
Yeah, but the creeps are pushed out in favor of Mushi, so if he wants to check the rune, it's a lot easier for him in this position.
Looks like Mushi is going to get the rune, though. Dendy does not commit to the rune, and it really is a gamble sometimes. Like, again, Mushi could have just pretended that a top rune wasn't there and just bait Dendy into wasting all that time going bottom. I have seen players do that before, and Dendy just decides to play it safe and just bottle crow.
Yeah, and that's a smart thing to do, too. Just, you don't miss any XP, and you get a bit of an advantage in CS if you were behind.
Oh, is he going to kill that Ironwood branch? Wow, Mushi hitting another power shot on Dendy. Dendy in very critical HP territory. If he gets shackled, luckily he denied that creep. That could have been a potential kill right there. And
Yeah,
Mushi
knows this. He's going to play up.
He has an invisibility rune, and Dendy is going to be forced to bottle up. Looks
Don't
like
hit that creep yet. Okay, now you can do it.
Oop. And
I
CS-wise,
think this is where he's going to pop the invis and a bottle charge, maybe?
I think he should.
Yeah,
It
I
is
think
the
he
right
can
time.
play. 'Cause
Maybe
he can
he's
run
waiting for
past the
level
creeps.
6.
Yeah, maybe. But he could run past the creeps right there and then just capitalize with that
zone him
invis.
out. Right. Oh, there's a shackle comes out. Dendy hits a almost fully charged power shot, and Mushi will be forced to use his bottle very, very soon. Oh, there goes the invis.
And there's the invis, and he has to use it in a less than ideal way. He's using it more defensively there, just trying to get the bottle charges off. So Dendy, although you do use the cost of the shackle shot, at the same time you make it so that Mushi
branch
can't really
gets
use the
denied by Dendy right when Mushi was about to pick it up too. Brutal. That 53 gold.
He's an all-out war player. And
Mushi
Mushi
trying to get last hits, but he's taking so many creeps right now, and he smartly runs along the cliff. Oh, is he going to get shackled though? Both of them pop. One run about the same time. Dendy forced to retreat down the hill, and looks like Mushi will have vision on bottom rune. Looks like it's currently a DD. Dendy has no idea that it's the bottom right now, and he has 600 gold right now. He could opt for a boost and magic wand if he wanted to, as well as his bottle, but choosing to save his gold for another day.
Yes, and this DD rune is huge in this Windrunner versus Windrunner matchup. If you get a shackle shot, it's almost like an immediate kill.
It's so much damage.
Yeah.
Windrunner not so high on armor, which is why a lot of people
When did
get
he have
mech
another
armor.
branch?
Oh, maybe he did. Maybe I don't actually know.
He just had like a branch.
I thought it got denied.
I did too.
I saw him start with. He had a circlet, 4 branches, and 2 cells. So I don't know where this ninja branch came up from.
It just
I
appeared.
must have missed it. Mushi just summoning branches out of nowhere.
Converting tangos into
Cyber
branches.
Mad is on his side. He's spectating, just like creating items for him on his side. Secretly favors
And a
Mushi.
power shot versus power shot trade-off, but Dendy gets the better end of this one.
It looks like he is going for boots, magic wand, as well as observer wards and a healing salve. So not as aggressively as I expected either of these players to play. I think that the risk is really on Dendy though, because he can't make any mistakes right now, or he's eliminated from this tournament.
Yeah. And actually, Mushi's had the rune luck so far. I mean, he picked up that invis rune. He's got a DD, but Dendy's still keeping up in CS. Actually ahead in denies right now. And they're identical in last hits, which is a little bit surprising. Because this is where Mushi's strength is supposed to be, right? With the creep farming.
There's the last hit.
Dendy forced to pop the Windrun, and actually Mushi, looking for the shackle shot, pops the DD. Oh, no, he doesn't pop the DD yet. Just going to wait it out.
Yeah, he needs boots. He has 600 gold. I'm surprised he hasn't bought boots yet. Oh, there it is. Boots and a ring of
He's going to go for
protection.
that Trinkle Boots again.
I think it's pretty good in this matchup. And there is the counter ward up the hill. I think that he knows that. I don't actually know if it's worth spending 200 gold to de-ward. And it looks like Dendy is going to commit to the rune on bottom, or
He
at
has
least
to.
drop a ward
There's
there.
nothing else for him to do at this point. With the DD, he's just going to get zoned out.
Right. And
only
there's
way
a
he
minute
can
rune,
run
and
past
it's going to
that-
spawn top. That is very unfortunate for Dendy. It looks like it is going to be an illusion rune, and Dendy currently has no idea what it is. It could potentially be an invis rune, so he has to play slightly carefully.
Yes, and Dendy, he's got full everything though. He's
Oh, is
got
he
a
going to
bottle
go for
crow.
a kill right now?
I don't know. That'd be kind of crazy.
He gets the shackle,
Mushi's
and,
just
or
kinda
he gets
guessing
he gets
right
power
now.
shot on him right now, and he doesn't have his bottle yet. He has a very small window right now. Oh, actually, nope. Then he uses his salve, but I think Mushi's ward actually does not see Dendy at his tower.
Yes,
He
and
has yet
Mushi
another
actually
power shot.
dodges the power shot and lands one of his own, and Dendy being zoned back right now.
I think one shackle is like not enough to kill him. Even with shackle and a power shot, I still think he can magic wand and win run away.
Yes, he should be okay in a scenario like that. He's got six wand charges, and this bottle comes out too.
CS is almost dead even though. 41 last hits for Mushi, 40 last hits for Dendy. Both of them almost even on denies too. Experience-wise, very similar. Just rune luck slightly going in favor of Mushi at this point.
Yeah, and even though the rune luck has been going in his favor, the CS war is like a lot closer than it should be. He's actually losing, I think, because I think those 5 denies are worth more than that 1 CS.
Yeah. I think so too. Well, looks like he will actually pick up a Basilius and not a Tranquil Boots.
Maybe
as
he
we
realizes that this it's just going to turn into a CS war, so he's going to go for that the 2 tower kills. Because he's using power shot really
I think
aggressively.
you can definitely kill people in this matchup though. I don't think this is a first to 2 tower like TA. I think you could definitely kill them with shackle shots and with the low armor on.
Well, that's
Dendy.
another thing that Bassi does. It remedies your armor issues, and it gives you a bit of damage.
Well, Tranquil does too. I think that like it's too hard to push against Windrunner because you can just power shot a wave and almost it'll like almost kill all of the creeps. So it's too difficult to do that. Denny's losing a little bit in the tower war. 1190 HP on Mushi's tower compared to 1014 on Dendy's, and his creep wave is constantly being
Another
pushed
thing
in.
too, though, is with this Bassi ring, is it forces the lane up, and it makes it difficult for Dendy to check the rune without losing out on creeps and taking tower damage.
He's dragging him, and looks like 10-minute rune will spawn on top. And Mushi is very prepared for it, though. He has an illusion rune on bottom in case he wants to deny it, and in case he can't get it. I'm surprised he actually isn't get. Or wait, where? Oh, he actually denied it on bottom before Dendy could get it.
So really smart play by Mushi, but using the Bassi ring to push out the wave as soon as he can, so that Dendy can't really contest him for runes.
Dendy's actually going for phase boots. It's going for phase boots. I've seen some people go arcane in this matchup just because all you do is just power shot every wave and play it safe. And they can't really play aggressively when they're forced to tank a full wave, and they can't really leave either because their towers constantly push in. It's not a bad build, it's just a different approach to this matchup.
Yes, and Mushi's 51 CS and 9 denies to Dendy's 50 and 14, but Mushi's had the better
Oh,
win.
there's the win run. He dodges it. Mushi is hovering around tower range, doesn't want to get close to the tree line because he knows the shackle may as well spell doom for him.
Yeah, and he's actually picked up the Tranquil boots, so opting for a little bit more of a defensive build, whereas Dendy's gotten his phase boots now.
And Tranquils are popped, but Dendy will knock it off. Dendy is trading right clicks with him right now. He has a ward up his hill. Dendy has enough mana for Shackle and Winter, but chooses to pop neither. Instead, choosing to just bottle up. Is still around 40 seconds away from the 12-minute rune spawn, and Mushi is in a slight bit of trouble. His Tranquil boots are down. His bottle is still on chicken, and he's in a very compromising position. This could be a first blood if he hits a Shackle right now, but Mushi knows this. He's playing in a very defensive position, just shooting a power shot behind the trees from the fog.
Yeah, and he's actually just flitting in and out, and he's really good about dodging power shots, actually.
Yeah, he's
Mushi.
extremely good about that.
I think he's only been hit. I mean, he's definitely been hit less than Dendy has so far.
So he's constantly doing these trades uphill, which I don't think you can do. Even though he has a lot more armor than Dendy at this point with Bassi and with the Tranquil boots. Oh, 12-minute rune is going to spawn in top.
And he gets the
Mushi,
regen.
another rune for him.
The thing about what Dendy just did there is it was the smart thing because Mushi goes to preemptively check the rune, meaning that what Dendy should do is just push out the wave as quickly as possible and punish him if the rune isn't there. Because then he can just go for the bottom rune, and then he's denied a lot of experience in Mushi.
Yeah, Mushi can definitely do the same thing, though, now with his regeneration rune. Not really scared at all. And yet another Bottle Crow. We actually see a Slippers of Agility, so I think he's just going to go Aquila to save some slots so he's not forced to sell his Circlet. But Bottle Crow sometimes is good because you won't get screwed over by Rune Luck, but at the same time, sometimes it makes the matchups a little bit longer and more drawn out than expected. This is no 3-minute matchup.
Nope. And actually, like I said, Mushi, just right-clicking the tower, he's still got his Bassi on. I think he's just going to leave it permanently on at this point. Make it a little harder for Dendy to CS, push the wave out as much as he can, and just get right-clicks on the tower. And then when the CS is this close and you get a 1-tower advantage, I think that's enough to kind of push you up.
Yeah, I don't think a tower is going to fall for quite some time, though.
It's going to take a while, but
yeah, no
we saw
focus
30
fire
OD
on
game
either.
before.
Yep, no focus fire on either opponent. We have a level 10.5 on Dendi, 10 2/3 probably, and not even level 10 for Mushi. So the checking the runes has cost him in the ways of experience.
Yep, and Mushi, he's actually kind of been kept alive.
Oh,
in this game,
Mushi playing very aggressively on Dendi. Both of them popping one run. Dendi forced a retreat to his tower. Is Mushi going to go for a shackle shot right now? Oh, I thought he was almost lined up for it, but Dendi looks like he's in a pretty good position right now.
I mean, they both have 15 charged sticks.
Both of them playing very, very safe. Mushi getting a lot more hits on the tower, as you were talking about, and Dendi may have to worry. Oh, there's a shackle. There it comes. No power shot up yet, though. Dendi still has all his cooldowns.
Win run.
And both of them pop it, and Dendi just forced a retreat. Still at 312 HP. One power shot will not finish him off. This one will not connect from Mushi. But he still has enough mana for a shackle shot. He still has 15 one-charge as well as bottle if he wants to pursue. And
Mushi's going to guess the rune wrong, and this time Dendi's going to pick up the invis rune.
Ooh, finally Dendi says. About time
I don't think
for
Dendi
him.
was in any trouble.
Oh, but look at the tower. He's taking it with his massive amount of armor, and he has Tranquil Boots, and that is a glyph, so that invis room is going to cost him a lot. There was a siege at the same time, too, and I think that's what really made him use that glyph. So invisibility rune has been popped. He will be able to use all of his bottle charges. Looks like he's trying to use one more. Oh, is he not going to bottle crow for this one? Yes, he is.
It's going to be difficult, though, for either side to get a kill, though, just because both of them have 15 charge wands. So unless you're able to burst them down immediately, it's going to be really difficult for either side to get a kill.
Yep, no shackles flying out yet. Both of them sitting pretty low on mana, around 240 for each of them. Dendi replaces his ward on middle for the uphill vision. Nighttime will hit in about 3 minutes time. CS-wise, Dendi's still doing pretty well. 5 more last hits and 9 more denies than Mushi. Another power.
This time he's kind of pushing him
Oh,
back.
there's a shackle shot.
Shackle shot.
No power shot up, and
he should be able to just
15
stick.
charges on both of them. And he will just win run away.
But he's actually the one forced to pop his magic wand, and that's a 15 charge wand.
Oh, he's going for an aggressive build with a Staff of Wizardry. I don't know if he's going Atos like we saw him go in the OD game. He may be going for a Force Staff, but Dagon would be nice too. It can pop you down if you think that win run. Yeah. Well, I'm curious to see what exactly he is going to go. He does have the Null Talisman. It could very well be a Dagon. That would be exciting. I don't think I've seen a Dagon in
calculated Mushi aggression plays.
Yeah. The thing about it is, like, Mech is cheaper than Dagon, and it, like, heals the same amount of HP that Dagon. Dagon does 400
so boring,
after
man.
magic resist. I mean, this isn't boring.
This is pretty bad. This is power shot, power shot, power shot.
So after magic resist, you can just pretty much just heal off of him, and the passive regen will usually damage out, and it helps you push. So if Dendi wants to counter with a Mech, then I think he can just win the war of attrition, because Dagon does not help you push.
Oh, both of them are going to go for the top rune, but Mushi actually not going to get a Dendi this time with the rune luck on his side. If, you know, sometimes Mushi has done some terrible things to me, like making me cast this game where he's a 6-stacked anti-mage at like 30 minutes and refusing to fight.
Oh, I remember the Morphling game too.
Yeah, and the Morphling game, it's stuff like that makes you just like, Urgh. But if he gets a Dagon, it'll all be remedied. Like, I'll be 100%
What if he doesn't
okay.
use it though?
It's okay, as long as he gets it, like a threat.
Well, Dendi's still sitting at 1,600 gold. I'm curious as to what he's going to go to. I think, like, I don't know what the best item is. Like, Mech's pretty good. Blade Mail's pretty good. It costs around the same because you need that armor and it can prevent a lot of bursts coming your way. Dagon's pretty good because it can help you burst him down through Wind Run if you get a nice shackle. There's a lot of right clicks going on here. And Mushi with his level 3 Wind Run, and Dendi's forced to back off, seek the comfort of his own tower. Sitting at a 1,000 HP compared to Dendi's 400. He's in a very compromising position right now. One shackle could very well lead to a first blood.
Yes, and he's actually going to play up.
But he actually chooses to power shot Mushi instead of the creeps, and this tower's going to take a lot of damage. Then he's trying to save it right now, but he can't get shackled at this point. And another power shot will fly off. Dendi really desperately trying to protect this tower, but he's sitting very low on mana right now. Oh, it looks like Mushi is going to... Oh, I thought he was going to try and shackle on the range creep, but... Will not, and he styles up instead. The power shot narrowly misses, and that would have been huge. It would have popped his bottle charge off as well as the Sal, but it looks like Dendi is in very safe HP range now. He's also going for his Staff of Wizardry.
But Dendi also, he also wasted his power shot, and the catapult is coming, so I think this is going to be a tower either way.
Yep.
It's either going to be a denial
1.5 minute on Glyph, and he still has one run in case he wants to tank that. And there is the wind run
And
popping out
Mushi,
already.
He's trying to force him out with the right clicks and
Yeah.
trying not to lose his catapult immediately.
I think
but
he's going to lose it, though. Unless... Oh, he's going to power shot right now. Still about half HP. And he's going up the hill. Nope. He's trying to go up the hill. I think he needs to try and zone Dendy out right now. Dendy power shots the creeps, though. And all the creeps are very
It's like the
unhealthy.
most exciting thing ever. They're just
Amount of
fighting around
HP.
the siege creep.
And no rune luck
And
for
Mushi gets
this
denied
time.
again with the rune.
And this siege creep will put the tower at 154, so not quite in deny range. And what is Dendy going to pick up? Looks like